Hello everyone, Mighty Benaya back with the Volta 100 game solo run. It's been an interesting run this time. My failed attack on weak easy, and by failed I mean it was moderately successful. I knew that he had been weakened, but he caught me before I could actually take his capital. Has been complicated further. So I have two armored cars and they are marching around. They were marching around weak easies. I was able to take this double wood province, which is really helpful for my production. But then French Algeria decided to declare war on me. They took a couple of provinces that I had taken from weak easy because they were easy. Excuse me. They were easy to take. So um, because of that, because they surprise attacked me, I am now at war with another country, which isn't great for me. It's not horrible, but it's also not, just real great for me. It looks like British Nigeria is moving some troops off, so I may do the same. But they appear to be in a potential conflict with Italian Libya and potentially even the British Egypt, who has come down, user 123, yada, yada, yada. So what may end up happening is, as I have a tug of war with French Algeria, who took out Morocco, so they have a lot more provinces than I do, so they can generate troops faster. It looks like, oh, hey, speak of the devil. Let's see what French Algeria has to say. Not quick enough. He thinks that he can beat me to Fort Laperine. So he is going to be there at 32.22, and I'm going to be there at 38.49. Oh, he just put himself on forced march. So I've been on forced march the whole time, and he just put himself on forced march. Dang. Okay. So now my armored cars are stuck. But I have two armored cars versus one infantry, and he's going to bring up additional reinforcements. We'll see what happens. I'm going to allow that to play out, but I am going to go off force march. So if he's going to beat me, I'm going to let him beat me. I'm going to take an hour to get there. If I lose two armored cars for messing with his back lines, let me show you why I've done this. I was able to reduce the province morale. Province morale is going down, and it's going to cause him issues. So if I'm able to mess with his province morale, mess with where his troops are available to be placed, then that is worth two armored cars for me. It's definitely worth an armored car, but I think it's worth two. And then it looks like he is moving troops to take out this double wood province. And I'm going to do something that I don't always do, and I don't necessarily recommend in more serious games, obviously, but I'm going to go ahead and rush a fort. I will wait until he is right next to me before I actually hit the rush button, but I want him to waste those troops. So it is not something that I'm going to, traditionally do, but it's only 1,700 gold, which you can get that much in a day, and I've not spent any gold thus far, and you can get that much in a day by watching ads. So this is a public game. There are no rules against it. I'm not going to spam gold marks, but he did declare war on me, and he is picking on my territories. So I don't feel terrible about doing a single gold mark rush on him. That all being said, I need to figure out where my next move is going to be. At this point, I am trying to make enough wood to build a railroad on my doubles. I do have another armored car coming. But I'm going to try to have several railroads going, and then I will be working on building artillery. And I want to be very clear that I don't rush factories. I don't rush artillery because it's inefficient to do so. But there is a trick to getting artillery 12 hours, up to 24 hours, I believe, faster than you would normally be able to, and that is by immediately building a level 2 factory as your artillery is producing, because level 2 factories produce artillery faster than level 1s, and so you get it in 3 days instead of in 4 days. So you want to have them in the queue ready to go whenever you're building artillery. And once we built artillery, Roque 61 is in a decent spot right now because he has taken out Morocco for the most part. That's actually Spain. He's in a decent spot, but I don't think that he is going to be able to consistently. He's expanded too fast. He has, 1, 2, 3 troops. There's a 7, but this is going to revolt. This is going to revolt. And it will probably revolt back to French West Africa. But that's not a problem for me. I think French West Africa has probably quit the game. He is not AI currently, but it won't be long before he is. And I have higher popularity than most other players. So I doubt that it's going to revolt to, we'll say, Italian Libya. Even though it's next to Italian Libya, it's much more likely to revolt to French West Africa, and then I would be likely next in line. So that's where we're at here. A lot more is happening here. Benjigun is struggling. He is struggling against this attack from Chinese Tibet. So as a reminder of what happened, British Bengal is Benjigun. British Madras attacked British Bengal. And then after he did, Chinese Tibet attacked from the north. Now, the way that I would suggest, and we've had some bad luck this go around, so we probably will not do very well long term as a solo player this go around because we've had some bad luck. People have paid attention, which is good on them, and we've just run into some difficult situations. But what I would say is if you are going to operate by yourself in a game, the first rule is you want to attack weak players. British Bengal, Benjigun, was weak because he was attacked by British Madras. I prefer to attack aggressors than to attack defenders because it feels a little bit better. It doesn't feel like you are just absolutely backstabbing someone. And so that is my preference. But credit to the Chinese player. They have done a really good job of thwarting Benjigun's attempts to defend because of the position that they put themselves in. Lastly, we are looking briefly at the Frozen North. And they have continued to expand. I won't zoom in any farther, but they have continued to push the bounds of their ability to defend. And it's worked out for them in this case. And usually what I would say is that it's best to do this on the edges of the map where you're not surrounded, where you don't have an enemy potentially to your north, or if you have a coastline, it's good to do this. I say good to do this. It is acceptable to do this if you are, let's say you're Korea and you have water all around. Early game, water is a really good defensive structure, so you can push more than you normally would to your north. And so it's worked out really, really well for Canada because they've been able to expand and they've worked with Russian Alaska to expand more than I would be comfortable with. So that's where we're at with this game. I'm going to leave it there for now. If you have any questions, let me know. Give me a like if you are enjoying this series, and go ahead and subscribe if you are not and you want to see when new videos pop up. Soli Deo Gloria, and I'll see you next time.